the next participant, coming directly from the Houses of Parliament, as you will see, is John Richards. John Richards is a retired science teacher and politician who has turned into an atheist activist. He served on the board of the Atheist Alliance International and is currently the president of Atheism UK. He hosts a Free Thought Hour, a YouTube show dedicated to the atheist cause. He is a former editor of the Secular World magazine, organizes public events in conjunction with the Origins Project. Recent initiatives include commissioning a statue to celebrate the attaining of a majority of non-believers in the UK. So we are very happy to have John here, and John, the floor is yours.
Unmute. Yes, hello. Thank you for inviting me. This is wonderful. Who was it said that getting atheists together is like herding sheep? I mean, that's ridiculous. There's over 70 of us here from all over the world. And this is a tribute to AAI for organizing such a wonderful event. Now, I'm just going to briefly touch on the success that atheism is having in the UK, because I'm not really here. You know, I could be anywhere. It's a green screen. So I could be up a tree in the Philippines if I had that picture. But what we've got in the UK is a trend, and it's away from theism. And whether you look at the census results over the past, I don't know, 80 years, or the British Social Attitude Survey polls, the trend is firmly in the Christianity collapsing, none of the other religions gaining much, but nones, you know, NONESs rising steadily. And it depends where you look, but in some places we're a majority. Now we've got to do something. Do you know, when Atheist Day was initiated in the 60s, it made a ripple in the ocean of culture, like dropping a sand grain into the Atlantic Ocean. We've got to make a bigger impact. And as our host kindly said, I'm hoping that we've got something that we can gather around, because inspired by the horrible Muslim statue that they are trying to put up in Bradfordistan in the Midlands of the UK, which is called Strength of the Hijab. And it's I think it's a 1-ton heap, 10 foot high, of rusty steel, depicting a very angular female head in a scarf. You know, I don't know who they use for the model, but she would be insulted in the appearance of it. So that's the inspiration. Now, my proposal is that we should gather around a statue to celebrate the progress of atheism. And here's the idea. It's a mannequin, you know, puppet. The strings go up to a cloud where a hand is coming out and the strings are attached to the fingers. It's God's hand. And coming along to cut the strings is a pair of scissors. Okay, now the title for this statue is Break Free, exclamation mark. And the audio aspect of it comes from Queen's worldwide hit, I Want to Break Free. And I'm hoping to get Sir Brian May, the guitarist from Queen, any other surviving members, or perhaps Ben Elton, who wrote the Queen musical, We Will Rock You, to unveil this statue. And at the moment, I'm looking for erecting it in Red Lion Square, London, central London, which is the home of the Ethical Society where Conway Hall is. I know many of you know that venue. And I'd like to say hello to some of my old friends that I see here, some of my former victims in the guest slot of Free Thought Hour, And by the way, tonight we feature Rob Palmer in Free Thought Hour. Some of you may know him. He writes for Skeptical Inquirer. He's one of the guerrilla skepticism editors on Wikipedia, and he's a volunteer for Recovering from Religion. So watch that show. It's on later in about, what, 4 hours? No, a bit longer, five and a bit hours. And you can see that on Free Thought Productions YouTube channel. I also do, by the way, Global Atheist News, a weekly roundup of the way religion has impacted humanity in the previous 7 days. And it's so ridiculous very often and horrifying on other occasions. So please watch my shows. I do need to have a bigger audience, but you know, we could unite around this statue. Somebody in the chat here has said, we want to form a big tent. Here it is. We can all have little effigies of this statue on our mantelpieces. We can all have mounted versions of the original sketch. And do you know who's doing the statue? Internationally renowned Andrew Sinclair, sculptor who's already got a number of statues in city centres around the world. Who wants a copy of the original sketch? At our first event that Lawrence and I are organising, hello Lawrence, thanks for coming, in May in London, in Chinatown, in fact in London, Andrew will be there signing a copy, and maybe the original of his first, back of the envelope drawing, his design for this statue. This is something, let's make it happen. Thank you.